Welcome back to episode 31 of the No Money Spent. So this Friday, we have the big collection that is going to be dropping. So we're going to take a look at all of these flashbacks and legends card. We're going to try to estimate what you might need in order to get that collection done. And I guess we'll just see our progress to see how much, we have done. And if we're prepared for ourselves to maybe get that collection done. We probably wouldn't get it done on Friday, but I do think, within the next week or two, we can easily get that done. So let's take a look at these collections right here and just take a look. So if you guys don't know, Legends and Flashbacks every year, they do drop a collection and you pretty much need every one of these series types, a good amount of cards. And I want to say for this year, it's going to get you a 99 overall card. It might not be 99, but since the Babe Ruth card that just dropped was a 97 and you need way more cards for this one, it should be a 99. They have been kind of pacing the ratings a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So I'll give you guys a number of what I think you might need for each series type, and you guys can see for yourselves if you're prepared or not. But just keep in mind, I'm just estimating. I'm just going based off of maybe last year and how it was done last year and kind of what I think, where we're at right now. So starting off with the Tekashi collection. This one's interesting because, my initial thought was you only need 6 of these cards. But now that Babe Ruth dropped, you might need Babe Ruth. So I'm going to just say 6 to 8 to be safe. But you very well might need Babe Ruth to be able to collect him and then put him into, that bigger collection. So I don't expect that many people to have Babe Ruth. But even if you don't, I would start collecting these Tekashi cards. And a general thing with the collection, you're taking a look at all of these cards right here, all these series types. There's going to be another one added on Friday, and that's going to be Future Stars cards. So, we'll say 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 series types. Typically, you got to get 16 out of the 17. You might not need Tekashi cards or cover athlete cards or, one of the ones you haven't gotten a lot of cards in, pretty much. But with Tekashi, I think you might need Babe Ruth. Now, cover athletes, I'm almost 100% certain you're going to need Joe Mauer for this one. And we're really not close. We only have one of these cards, but I think we can get him if we need to. Like I said, you probably only need to do 16 out of 17 collections. So if I need Joe Mauer or Babe Ruth, I think we're going to be able to go out and get that card. But right now, like Joe Mauer, we're waiting and seeing, how the collection plays out on Friday before making that kind of decision. Now, Milestone Cards, there's only 4 of them. So this could be an interesting one. They could make you need all 4. I don't really see it that way. I think you might only need 2 of them. And right now we got Clemente, we got Zach Britton. Maybe to play it safe, get 3 of these cards, but I don't think they would make you need 4. But I might go ahead and pick up Juan Pierre, just in case. Or what's Willis going for? He's going for 42. So like Juan Pierre, if we need him, we'll go out and get him for collection purposes. But right now I'm just going to stay at 2 and see how that plays out. Also, now with Signature Series, there's not that many either. There's 6 of these cards, but I honestly think they might make you get 4 of these. So this is one of the ones that might be difficult to get. 3 of these are tied into collections, and once we get Trout, we'll have Michael Young and Randy Johnson, and then we would have to either pick up Suter or Franco. And Tom Glavine, I'm pretty sure is pretty expensive. He's at 103K right now. But Franco at 18K, Suter at 24. Like, those guys are in reach. But then again, I think 4 might be a lot. So I would say either 3 or 4 of these cards are pretty much what you want to look at. And like I said, I'm just making general statements, but for all of these collection, like these ones that have less than 10 cards per each set, give it like plus or minus 1 or maybe 2, something like that. And then for the bigger collections, could be like a plus or minus 3 to 5, because I really don't know what they're gonna do. Now, award series, we have what, 4, 8, 9 of these cards. So for award series, I think they might make this one a little bit simpler and just make it so you need 5. But 5's still a lot. And I'm pretty sure you guys can already see the theme. Like, this is going to be an expensive collection. It's not something that you're pretty much supposed to do on day 1 unless you've been up to date with all the content and maybe holding on to your cards. And that's something I've been saying since day 1. If you're getting new cards, just keep them. You don't got to sell them because they will be usable at a later time. This is the later time. So for us, We got 4 of these cards. Again, you know, once we get Trout, we would have Frank Thomas. So that would give us 5. And then I guess the cheapest one after that would be someone like Will Myers. So we could get up to 6 of these this week. But the rest of these cards like Pujols, Reggie Jackson, Crawford, they're kind of expensive. So myself, I'm hoping this is a collection where you only need like 5 or 6 of them. But we do got Keiko. We're still holding on to Price because we did get him from that Big Dog Choice Pack. And then we had Houston Street, you know, because there's so many of these. And actually, I'm pretty sure the next feature program, they're probably going to drop a lot of Big Dog Choice Packs. Maybe even a Conquest board has them too. So you'll be able to get some of these cards also, you know, within the next program. And then Prime Series, we actually have a decent amount. We have 11 Prime Series cards right here. So Prime Series is another one that I think they might go a little above and beyond. And I'm saying you might need 8 of these, you know, and 8's kind of a lot, but we can get Troy Gloss with Trout. And then we got Sizemore. We got pretty much an extra C-Shed card. So the event packs are pretty nice because you can keep collecting these cards. And that can make you some good stubs overall. That's why I think events is probably the most time to rewarding mode for online, I should say. So events, good way to get some cards right there and just get some collections done. But we don't really have anything else after that. You know, Brad Hand is probably pretty cheap at 16K. Leiter at 15K. You got Carpenter at 18K. Dunn's at 17K, which actually is cheap for him, I think. And then Carrasco's at 15K. So even though I think we need, or we might need 8 of these, which 8 could be high, we're still, well, we got 4 of them. We can easily probably get the other 4 in a couple weeks, you know, especially with events where we can keep making like 15K for just getting C-Shed cards and stuff like that. Now, Face of the Franchise, this one could be interesting. You know, at first I was thinking 12, but I think 12 is low because 12 is like the minimum right here where you would get a Ballin' as a habit pack. So since there's 30 of these cards, I think at minimum it would be 15 Face of the Franchise. But I'm thinking more of like 18, you know, so 15 to 18 for Face of the Franchise. And are these prices going up at all? They're still pretty cheap at 9K, 9, 10K. And I think I have 17 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I have 16 of them. But still, I think it's going to fit in that 15 to 18 range. So Face of the Franchise could kind of be expensive if you pretty much sold the other ones that you didn't have, you know, like you got 6 for free and now you can pretty much get them through chase packs. But if you've been getting them and selling them, it's going to add up if you got to get a lot of these. So there's Face the Franchise. Now for Prospect Series, I think this one, you're just going to need Adley Rutschman. So 25 prospect cards. And to be honest, you can easily get these prospect guys. You know, if you've been playing the Conquest, the US Conquest board, you're going to get them there. The mini seasons, they're always giving out some prospect packs, and then I think some Conquest boards also gave them out too. So we have a good amount of these. This is a set I'm not even worried about, you know. So prospect, I feel like if you have Rutschman, should be pretty easy to do. And at some point, you know, we'll try to pick up some of these other cards. And I do have some duplicates too, like Leiter and Bohm, which I'm just holding on to. We'll probably sell them off on Friday, see if there's like a jump in price or anything, but they're pretty much minimum price too. So those are just cards we got as duplicates. Now, monthly awards, you probably will need a good amount of these. You know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's going to be 15 of these. So there's 15 monthly award cards right now. And there's also going to be the monthly awards program that probably drops next week. So if they kind of want to stall a little bit, they could make this where you need 15 of them. So you would have to wait until the program to drop to get Jim Rice. And that would pretty much be all of these ones right here. So if you haven't done the April Play of the Month program, I definitely recommend going back and getting that done. And then also starting off with the May program and getting some of the Topps Now cards. But you definitely will need these cards. So I don't know, like initially I thought maybe 10 of these cards. But thinking ahead and knowing that the next program is dropping probably next week, you could need 15 of these cards. So I would say around that range, 10 to 15. And Jim Rice would be like one of the cards you need. If they want to make it a point where you can't get this done on day 1, they're going to make it 15. So the next one is Topps Now. Now, there's a good amount of Topps Now cards here. So I'm not going to go over, you know, I'm not going to count how many there is. but I think you'll need like 25 Tops Now cards. So for someone like me, we've been keeping up to date with all the Tops Now moments and the programs. We have all these cards. Now, if you have been doing the moments and selling these cards, you kind of messed up. You kind of messed up because these cards will definitely be needed. And now they're all going for like 5, 6K at probably worse. So if you don't have these cards and you sold them, you're going to need a lot of stubs to kind of get them back, I'm pretty sure. So we got the Tops Now set. So the next one is second half heroes. So we have, I think, a good amount here. I mean, we have a decent amount, but I do think for second half hero cards, you're going to need about 15 of these. I think 15 is a good number. And again, I'm just estimating. You can do a plus or minus 1 to 2 or 3 to 5 for most of these. But I think for the most part, they're gonna make this reachable, but also very expensive, because if it's a 99 overall card, it has to be expensive, and it has to kind of be difficult to get. So I think for second half heroes, 15 is a good number. I think in that range, we might have it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we got 14 of these. And we can get Jimmy Rollins from the next event. And even Cliff Lee, I think. Even Cliff Lee. So yeah, there's some cards right now in events that we can go out and get. Some of these other cards, they're probably, like J.R. Richards pretty expensive. Kittel's pretty expensive, but some of these are like 20K cards, I believe. Actually, a lot of these are like BR and World Series rewards. So some of these, this could be an expensive one. This second half heroes, if you don't have like the cards I have right now, this could be a pretty expensive set. So the next one is Rookie Series. Now, Rookie Series, there's definitely a lot of rookie cards out there, and I think you might need like 25 of these. So a majority of these are silvers and golds, and you can get them from like the BR program. Some of them are just collection cards. So we have a good amount of these. And another thing, like they could keep it very minimalistic and have it like just collect Mark Pryor. I don't think that's going to be the case though, because there's so many Rookie Series cards that it's probably going to be more. And we actually have a lot of duplicates here too, just some Rookie Series. Not that it's a lot of stubs, but definitely stuff that we have to sell at some point and, get those stubs for, the other collections that we have to complete. But Rookie Series, I think you'll need 25 of them. Now, Breakout Series, I'm going to go with a firm 20, but it also could be 25. There's, I think, a good amount of Breakout Series cards. You needed 15 for Dave Parker, so actually 25 might make sense. 25 might make sense for this collection right here. But again, a lot of these you can get from collections, from Battle Royale, and I think that's mainly it. A lot of these are lower tier. These are from featured programs, that Roy Halladay cards. So even featured programs, they're giving out some of these cards too. So I think I'm going to go with 25 for Breakout Series, but we also have a good amount of those. And then AllStar Series, I'm also going to go with 25 because you needed 15 for Joe Nathan. And it looks like there's a good amount of AllStar Series cards too, where, it could be above that. We have a good amount of these too. That's for pretty much the Rockies program that's going to be coming out for the City Connect. So we invested in that, and that's going to help us out with just making some stubs. But a lot of these guys, you can get from collections, the BR program, and, even the featured program. I think that's where a majority of these low-end cards come from. The diamonds obviously come from events, and, some of them are still from collections and programs. But a lot of these diamonds are from events and the higher end collections, and even the choice packs too. So yeah, I think we're pretty much set with All-Star Series cards. Now, veteran, there's a good amount of these also. So initially I was saying around 15, but they could make it so you need 20. I'm kind of looking at the last collection there is. So like 10 for Simmons, and I'm pretty much doubling it at this point. But I think 20 is what you might need for Impact Veteran. And we pretty much have all of them except one. So if I have all of these, that means most of these were pretty easy to get, but we also have been playing all the content there is to do and get them done. Now, postseason, is postseason limited? See, there's only 9 postseason cards, but we actually have all 9 of these. So with postseason, I think you might need 6 of them. I want to say you need 6 of them for postseason. So Holiday you get from the featured program. I think Bench and Bichette were event rewards. Hershiser was a BR reward. And then I think some of these other ones, like I know Tomy's a collection reward, but some of these are featured program. He was a choice pack reward. I think you'll need a good amount of postseason cards too. So that's kind of my estimations. And again, there's probably going to be a Future Stars one. So that one, I want to say 12, you know, because if we look at this one right here, the face of the franchise, the lowest one was 12. So I want to say they start that one with 12, but it also could be 15. I guess it also depends how many of those cards you can get for free from the feature program. You know, the face of the franchise one, you could only get 12 of them, which means you had to buy some extra ones. So I'm going to play that one safe and say you only need 12 for the Future Stars. So that's kind of my estimations. Let me know what you guys think, though. You know, we're definitely going to try to get this done within, I think, the next 2 weeks. You know, we have to have our investments pay out a little bit and sell everything off. But we need Trout to get Randy Johnson and Frank Thomas and even Troy Gloss. We need Babe Ruth. We need Joe Mauer. But I honestly think within these next pretty much week or two, we can have all of that done because we do have a good amount of stubs invested in, like 700-800K. So if we sell everything off, we're sitting pretty. But again, I think we'll be able to do this collection done very, very soon. And it also depends who the collection may be. You know, maybe I'm going to get the card regardless, but if it's not really a good card, a lot of these prices could dip in price too, which makes it a little bit more accessible for everyone else trying to get the card. So it really depends what the card may be. But let me know how you guys are doing. You know, if you guys are prepared for a collection of this magnitude, and if it's a card, you know, depending on who it is, if you want to get it or not. But when that drops on Friday, we'll definitely go over everything, the feature program, the big collection, everything that drops. And I don't think there'll be a no money spent tomorrow. There's really nothing for us to do. You know, we're just waiting until Friday for all the content to drop, and then we'll start, you know, grinding the XP and everything like that. But again, you know, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, drop a like in the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.